Welcome to the user video for the University Air Squadron Ground Training Reporting System, or as more widely known, the GTRS. This system has been designed to assist you in the recording of training objectives you have achieved and also the compilation of a portfolio for submission to the ILM for a Level 3 certificate or CMI for a Level 5 certificate. The aim of this brief is to show you how easy the system is to use and how it can benefit you during and after your time on the UAS. Now, if you don't have a link to the GTRS from your squadron webpage, it can be found by typing into the address bar http://cuas.soc.srcf.net / in capitals GTRS / lowercase GTRS.php. By hitting enter, this will bring you to the home page of the GTRS. Once at the home page, the first thing you need to do is log on. So select your UAS. Your surname should appear in the drop-down list. If not, you need to speak to your GTI administrator and type in the default password, which is Harrier. You'll then be asked to change it to a password of your choice. Once a password is matched, you click Create Password and you'll be asked to re-log in to check that you have saved the password correctly. You are now logged in to your own personal area. The menu options that are available to you can be found on the drop-down box on the left-hand side of the screen. The first thing that we're going to explore is how you can check and edit your details. So by selecting this and clicking on Go, it will take you to your personal details. Here you can amend any errors that have been submitted, and it needs to be in a format of surname, comma, and then initial, your rank, service number, the flight you're on, and your year of entry. Obviously clicking on Save Any Changes or Cancel Changes as appropriate. The next area we're going to explore is how you record what you have achieved whilst on the UAS. You do this by selecting on the menu Add Event, and then click on Go. Ensure that ground training event has been selected and click on Continue. This will open up the Add Event screen. By clicking into the box, you can enter what event it was that the training objectives were achieved at, the date, and it needs to be entered in year, month and date, and the location, which was QS/THQ. Now, by following down onto the TO achieved, you can select which training objectives were achieved during this town night. By highlighting it, you can see in the box below the training objective is listed out. If one of these was selected incorrectly, by selecting it again, we'll deselect it. By scrolling down the page, you can see all the personnel on the squadron who are registered on the system, and again you need to select everybody, including yourself, who was in attendance at that event. Similarly as above, if someone has been incorrectly selected, click on them again to deselect. While scrolling down further, if it was a multi-UAS event like a strike or a multi-UAS expedition, you can click on Show All UASs and all personnel who are registered will appear, and likewise as above, you can click to select or deselect the personnel. Once you have finished, click on Submit Event, and once you are happy, OK, and it will then sit in your View Events as a pending event. By selecting it, it will expand and you can check to make sure that you have clicked the correct training objectives. This will stay as pending until approved and confirmed and verified by an admin member of your squadron. To view all the events you have attended and the training objectives you have achieved, you need to select View Events from the drop-down menu. Click on Go and make sure ground training events are selected and click on Continue. This will show you the list of events that you have achieved during this academic year. Previous academic years can be found by clicking on the drop-down box, selecting the year and clicking on Go. If you click on the event, and you can see here it's now changed to this was one that was confirmed, it expands out, and by hovering over the training objectives They will be expanded in the panel below, and you can see the details for that specific event. As well as the ground training syllabus, the GTRS can record completion of the mandatory competencies of paradrills and the tutored Jettison video. To add those details in, select from the menu Add Events, click on Go, and then ensure that you select Essential Exercise before clicking on Continue. This brings up a form similar to the ground training system, where you select either paradrills or the Jettison video, enter the date which it was achieved in year, month and date form, select the personnel who are in attendance, again deselecting if you have clicked incorrectly, and then click on Submit Event. You'll then be asked if you want to add it, click on OK, and again that will sit in the pending pile. As with the ground training TOs, this will need verification by a squadron administrator before it appears in your personal area as confirmed. To view your current competency status, you need to select from the menu View SX Currency, click on Go, and this will show you the date when you last achieved the competency and whether you're in or out of currency. To view the whole squadron, click on the Continue button, and this will open up a PDF detailing everybody split down by flight. Each individual will be annotated one of three colours, whether they're current, which will be green. If they're due to complete the competency within 4 weeks, they'll be highlighted amber, and if they're out of date or not current, they'll be highlighted in red and therefore shouldn't be able to fly. By clicking into the address bar and hitting enter, it will take you back to your personal area. Finally, we're going to look at how you complete your portfolio for ILM or CMI submission. Even if you're not registered on the ILM or CMI pathway, you may still want a record of what you've achieved whilst on the UAS. From the drop-down menu, select ILM Report, click on Go, and then click on Continue underneath Get Personal Ground Training Report. This will bring up a screen where on the left-hand side, in bold, are the training objectives. Underneath that is detailed the number of occasions that you have achieved that training objective in your time on the squadron. When you initially log on, this box on the right hand side will be blanked, and what you need to do is click into it and type your justification or explain how you achieved the training objective. Now it's important in here that you add as much detail as possible, otherwise it runs the risk of being returned by ILM for more expansion and verification. Once you have completed each one, it is worth clicking on Save All Dates and Descriptions. As you can see, there are a number of training objectives, so it's worthwhile keeping up to date with this during your time on the squadron, as opposed to waiting till the end and having to complete it in one go. Also, a part of the ILM and CMI is the flying syllabus. So at the bottom of the page, you can see all of the sorties listed, and you need to type into the box the date that you have achieved it. Again, making sure that you follow the correct format of year, month and date. At the bottom, it asks you to complete how many hours dual and solo you have. Again, you need to click on Save All Dates and Descriptions to make sure that the memory is updated. Once you have fully completed it, you can click on View as PDF, and in a separate window, the PDF document will be produced. This PDF document is a great way of displaying what you have achieved whilst on the UAS. You'll need to submit this to your GTI for verification and to your OC and CFI to confirm you have achieved the training objectives and the flying sorties. More information on the GTRS can be obtained by contacting your GTI. I hope you will find the GTRS of use, and I wish you every success during and after your time on the UAS.